Absolutely love this. So we're going to have a go with this. And I'm going to do it on the top of a box this time. And I'm going to use it as a topper. When we used the one earlier, we just used the main part of the die that cut into our page to make like a frame. Whereas this time I'm going to use it with the actual outside edge to make it as a topper to go on top of the box. And I've chosen some lovely, it's almost like a burnt orange from that bright textured pad. So I've just cut a piece down to the size that I want to die cut. I'm going to bring my Gemini plate in and work on there and then get this stuck down. So let's get some tape at the ready and then we'll pass this through the Gemini. And again, with it being just textured cardstock this time, I'm not going to bother with the metal shim. I only used that earlier because we were working with the craft card. So anything else that's, you know, so not quite as decent, not quite as heavy a weight and not as fibrous as the craft card, these will actually cut without. So again, just thin metal die, normal plate combination. If you're using any other machine, it would just be what you would normally use to cut a metal die, and they will fit through your Gemini Junior. If you're doing something like this where it's just the topper, it will fit on that Junior plate. And then there was the trick I showed you earlier, you know, if you're wanting to use it like we did earlier, just wrapping that piece underneath so that you're not cutting through the other layer.
The brights and pastels we've got, as Janice said, available on the show for you in the 12x12, and they are 8x8, isn't it? Yes, 12x12 and 8x8 for you. Details coming up at the bottom of your screen if you want to grab those.
So again, the bits are falling out already, so just get rid of the, whoops, it's all literally falling apart. Get rid of the tape off the frame there. And then this one, if we just take this out gently, you can see how well, you know, this is cut. And that's, as I say, without the metal shim. So just poke out those last few. I'm sure there'll be one hiding somewhere. There we are, look. We've got a couple of bubbles in the glass there.
Always.
And one there.
I have a feeling that one's going to be used a lot over the coming days,
honestly,
weeks and months,
not half.
Hey.
It's perfect, isn't it?
Absolutely right.
Okay, so again, let's get rid of those. And then what I've actually got is a piece, I'm into my vellum at the minute.
Oh, right.
I love the vellum. This is from the Caring Thoughts collection. And again, I just thought underneath here, that's a really nice sort of way to just pop a little bit of backing on it and not necessarily see through. I don't want to see through into the box as to what I'm making, what's inside it, but it just makes it a little bit cloudy there. So what I've done is I've prepped a piece of Centura pearl, and I've actually started off with a piece that measures 10 by 8. Okay, and then I've scored it at 1 1/4 inches all the way round to create my size. So it's going to be 1 1/4 inches deep. And then I've used one of my larger pieces here. In fact, did I use this one? I might have used this one. I think I did actually. Yes. Yeah, I've used just the actual rectangle there to cut out the centerpiece there because I want this to sit inside here. Like so.
Yes.
And then the vellum's going to go on the back. Okay, so let's have a look then. I think, yes, I've actually popped some tape on here ready because I didn't know how much time we'd have left after the craft along. So I've done the boring bit.
I think. More than you thought.
Done the boring bits and put the tape on.
Yeah.
And then we're going to pop this again. I've turned it over so the front of it, the pretty side is actually face down, peeping out through that aperture in the box. Stick that piece down. So I've just made that slightly bigger than the aperture. So that's going to cover the gap now. And then this bit, we can use our dotty tape pen again. It comes in handy all the time. And I'm going to go onto all the detail. And again, just be mindful that there are some really delicate pieces in here. So just, you know, gentle touch. And I tend to sort of go in the direction of, you know, if something's been cut that way, then I will go this way with the dots, you know, so I'm not dragging it in the wrong direction there. And then, have I run out of dot? Do you know, I always end up running out on air. That's another one gone. Let me just have a sneaky peek.
If you want to get dots and your glue tape pens, they are available for your course. And I think the dotty tape pens, particularly if you are going to go for this collection, they're going to be worth their weight in gold because you've seen. I mean, if you're thinking this particular die here is detailed, I mean, wait till you see that butterfly, wait till you see that bell of the ball. I mean, seriously,
they are gorgeous.
Your dotty tape pen is going to be worth its weight in gold. There you go, bottom of your screen now, your tape pens, 2 dotty tape pens, £8.98 or £12.51 if you want want to add those into your basket today.
So where I've had to revert to my my.
Oh, I've got one over here, Jan. I could have.
It's all right.
Are you sure?
I was going to go around the edge with the glue anyway, and then I've just gone for some of the bigger areas in the die with the glue on the back because I don't want it to squeeze out too much. So this is actually now, because it's been cut with that that piece from the die, this is going to fit just on the inside of there. Okay. And again, I would go from the back, and then you can give it a really good rub on the back. Now, I haven't actually done it with this one. I have got a spare one cut that I cut earlier, but again, if you wanted this to finish off to be nice and neat, you could literally pop another one like we did with the card and pop another one on the inside so that you're not getting all that workings on the back. But I'll leave that one off for now. And then all I've done is I've created some mats and layers with what was left over from the cardstock. And just a quick tip for the vellum. When I'm putting pieces on like this, vellum's notoriously hard to stick down without it showing. So when you've got decent sized pieces like this, the easiest way I find of doing it is using our double-sided adhesive sheets. So you can buy those in packs, and I actually stick the vellum onto, and it literally covers the whole of the back of it. You've not got to worry about dots showing through, blobs of glue, anything like that. It's clear, so it doesn't alter it. But you've got, and then I usually put it on, and then I've got my brayer at home. I normally just brayer the back of it to make sure that you've got a really nice seal, and you know that it's not going to go anywhere. So literally, we'll pop these on with the double-sided tape pen, and these are just going to decorate the edges of the box, which is going to bring it in line with the orange textured card that we used, and then the vellum. It's just going to tie everything in together. So one long one on that side, one long one on this side.
Do you know what I love again about this? Even though you know, this is a little bit speedier than the craft along we had earlier on, it's so super easy to follow, isn't it? So super achievable as well.
It is, and as I say, the die does all the work for you. So it's only a case of thinking about, you know, how else you want to add any embellishments. And what I've done with this one, I've done a little bit of snipping again. So I've actually cut it in some scraps of glitter card. And I'm just going to pop that over some of the elements on the main design, just to sort of make it pop a little bit. So I'll show you what I mean when I've just got this one stuck down. So that one's going to go on there. And then what I did was actually pop the little bows here at the bottom that are on the, whoops, the sneaky piece, look, still trying to get in on the act.
Unbelievable.
The little bows at the bottom,
yeah.
I've actually just popped a piece of card behind there on the die and run those through so that we've actually got that copper card. And I'm just going to stick those over the top just to highlight the fact that there's actually, you know, something a bit different going on with the bow. And then I've got the same for the other side. And you can do this with as many pieces of it as you want. You know, I just chose the bows there. And then I quite like the idea, my little pearls actually jumping out. That was to go in the centre of there. And then I love the fact that we've actually got these open elements here.
Yeah.
But when you die cut, you get the stars as waste. So again, I went in with just some little scraps of the copper, and I'm going to fill the centres in there just to add that little bit of glitz to it, because we are celebrating there when all's said and done. So that's that bit. And then I've got a sentiment that I've stamped out, says thinking of you always. And I've been brave again, look. Hey, I think I've got a mastered today, Ben.
Absolutely.
Just because...
Don't say it too loudly, though.
No. Well, we're nearly at the end of the show, so I think I'm safe. So I'm going to go for that. Oh, dear, I don't like to cover up. We'll pop it in the middle there. Okay. And then I'm just going to take those pieces of red line off and then just stick this one together. And then I've just got a piece of ribbon. Again, from those sets that we had on the show, there's all different colours in those. They are a real good addition to anybody that likes working with ribbon. And my favourite is organza ribbon, which is what they are. So needless to say that I've got all of the sets with all of the colours. So I've actually stuck the base of the box together earlier, so we can pop that one on there. And then just with my hot glue, I've just got a little bit of orange ribbon there to pop on the top, just to finish it off. It's going to cover up my little star a bit, but you get the idea. just at the top there. We'll let that one just settle a second. And again, you've got that lovely celebration design there in a gift box. You know, you could actually have a card inside with the same detail on and just a little gift inside there. Or again, some nice tissue paper scrumpled up in there with a gift in. So again, it was 1 1/4 inches deep. So it's a decent size there. But just another idea for you to use with those dies.